What's up YouTube? It's your boy Obi here again for a slightly different video. Today I'm going to show you my editing flow that I use on Final Cut. I finally got OBS to work on my MacBook, so we are able to do more videos like this, which I think is going to help a lot more people out there. A big part of streaming is becoming discovered, right? I'm not saying I'm discovered yet at all by any stretch of the imagination, but using the tips and techniques from guys like Harris Heller and the likes, we're going to create some content that we can use on Instagram on both their reels and flat lays, as well as YouTube shorts, which I'm finding a lot of great growth on. So here is how I edit my Instagram square videos. This is kind of how the flow works for me, right? Open up Final Cut. Okay, so we've got everything here. Let's just close this one for now so that I can show you kind of from the start how my flow works. All right. We're going to open up library. Don't worry about all these. We're going to create a new one. So this is immediately going on to my SSD. I've got an external here that I do use for editing. This is just a workflow thing. I've got a 500 gig hard drive, which I then split for my streaming and stuff. And the files I tend to work with get a lot bigger, so they take up too much space on the Mac. So I just put it on a 1 terabyte external SSD. It's fast enough to run. I wouldn't recommend the one I have, the SanDisk Extreme. I've been having a lot of problems with it lately. We're gonna work like we are working from the system over here. Create a new folder. So say for instance Instagram. There we go. Cool. We are gonna create it as Insta template. Right. And if I spell correctly, that'd be great. Template. Base. Very, very important. So what I find happens with Final Cut is as you edit, the file gets bigger and bigger because it keeps all the stuff together, right? And you don't want that. So we want to make this file exchangeable, but then we don't want to have to go through the work of doing everything again. So this was my issue. It was like, I was deleting videos and then re-adding it. Before I knew it, the Final Cut library was like 200 gig, and it shouldn't be. There's absolutely zero reason for it to be that big. All right. So over here we have everything. We've got smart collections, all this weird stuff, right? Right click, create new event. I'm going to create one for video. This is where all your video files are going to come from, right? We're going to create funny, and I'll show you what I mean by that. These are going to be like little fluff pieces we put into the video. If you've watched any of my videos, you'll see like you done fucked up now, or any kind of Mario stuff, or any kind of SpongeBob stuff. I put that in there, right? Little fun kind of meme stuff that you put in there. And I know it's meme, but what would be like, the other thing is socials. The whole point of the video is to bring people to your stream, to your live stream, to your channel, your Instagram, your TikTok, whatever it is. All right. So you should always have some social files in there. Projects, and I'll show you why. I'll put it into the events projects, which we've already done. All right. If you don't have it there, you can select it. Insta square. So on your timeline for your Instagram, this is going to be the square, right? The perfect square that you need for it. Your format, obviously, we're going to go square. Please make sure you change this to a 1080. Yes, there is a compression that happens in Instagram. I understand that. I have not seen huge issues with using this. 30p, you don't need to go any higher. It doesn't matter if your footage is in 120 or 60, whatever you brought it in. Okay, so you'll see here. Now I close this one again. Okay, create a new project. Insta vert. We come straight to the 1080 by 1920. You'll notice that it's different. If you don't have that option for vertical, if say for instance you're working on something like DaVinci Resolve or whatever, this is the format you need. 1080 by 1920. We're normally running on 1920 by 1080, so we're doing that to our image, right? We're going to go through and we're going to find any kind of funny clips that we have. Right, so I have already on my thing here, I have all these like different things. memes for like, yeah, science bitch, or something like, you know, read it shit first. You know, it's anything that I find that I can use for a video later on. So I already gone into the video thinking to myself, all right, these are the kind of memes I want to put in. Stuff that you tend to use a lot, I would definitely put in here. Like this American Sniper one, I'm probably going to deselect because it was very specific to a certain video that I was doing. What the damn hell? I use a lot. In a lot of my videos, I use this one a lot. So I'm going to make sure it's in this file. And say, cool, I'm going to import it. The next thing you're going to do is you're going to import your socials. There you go, socials. So you have all the basics. So we now have it in here. We have our projects. We have our funny, any kind of elements that you want to put in there. Anything else that you think you are going to use a lot. All right. Anything you're going to think you're going to use a lot. Be sure to close this. You go back into that file and you have your base. You'll see here it sits at like 1 meg, whatever it is. But it remembers where all the files are. So this is super important. If at any time you decide to change where you put that stuff, you're going to have to redo this whole process. We're going to copy this. We're going to paste it. We're going to call it Insta template copy. Then every single time you get a group of say 6 photos, 6 videos, whatever it is you want to do, you open up and you create a template and you go from there. Trust me, this is the best thing. And you always use the template from here. Next thing is actually getting your clips. So we go into here. Now during the game, during any kind of gameplay, I have a thing on my stream deck that I hit and it creates a clip. In that clip, I've got everything I could want really for the context of those 30 seconds, right? It's got some music that I know is DMCA free. It's got the look and feel. It's got my in-game chat. It's got my mates, everything like that. So I've actually cut out a lot of the work. The downside for this is if you want different music for the different scene, this won't work, okay? But when I hit clip it, I get another version, a clean version. It has everything like you see on my face and all that sort of stuff. It has that, but it doesn't have the music. It doesn't have all the other fluff that can create a bit of an editing nightmare for you. Okay. So we go over here, we create a dashboard. If you don't know where to get this from, I guess you're learning now, right? Content clips. Always good that I check this out. Make sure that I haven't been fucking smashed yet. So now here's all the clips that I've created. Let's check out this clip. So you can hear there's already music. You're gonna have all this sort of stuff. Should we go say hi?
Oh, there we go. They're there.
Oh, shit.
Let's see if they get into open. Okay.
Fuck. Sorry.
No.
I think I found them.
I think you did more than that.
Jesus Christ, the man's head just all right, so now the one thing I've noticed is like on that particular clip, it's pretty cool. I like what happened there. There's 2 meme moments that kind of pop up for me straight away, but there was a line in there that I want to keep. At the end, right at the end, you hear the man's head explode, and I got cut out. That was because of when I clipped it, right? Christ, the man's head just see, I'm about to say the man's head just exploded. So you can watch it on your clips page. All right. Push pause, otherwise you're gonna go insane from all the sounds. Hit watch full video. It should take you to the exact moment. See? Okay, so now with this whole thing, you can clip it again, right? This man's head just exploded right in front of me. It was okay, there. So I got it now. I hit clip like you would normally. And when you clip it this way, unlike in the game, you can actually extend and all right, because now I've clipped it this way. You don't get that little chat before that Solo and I had Well, let's, oh, should we go say hello, this and that? So here you just drag this out a little bit. Man's head go boom. All right, so we've made this clip. Okay, you can save it, but don't do that right now because there's quite a few other clips you've got. Man's head goes boom. You'll notice that it's no longer down here. And remember, you've now got two of the same ones. So I'm just going to go ahead and delete that. We found this clip we like. We've adjusted it in game slightly. It's 32 seconds, which is fine for what we're going to use, right? We hit share, we hit download. Now, the first question a lot of people have is, are we not losing quality? Yes, you are. You are going to lose a bit of quality, but it's not that much. All right. You're not watching these kinds of clips on a TV, on a massive screen. Okay. A big part of why we do this is to gain followership. You want people to get a snapshot of what it's like being in your stream, what they can expect, those core moments, funny things, people doing stupid shit, epic plays, whatever it is. That is the point of a clip. That is the point of everything we're doing with these kinds of edits. So I'm going to show you how and where I save this. How I do this whole system, I'm going to do another video on this. It's pretty complicated, but I find it just works for me. It's great for having everything ready to go for any kind of edits. We've got our file saved. There is one other issue. The MP4 file that we save from Twitch has no audio. Final Cut. We open up Handbrake. It is a free to use program. There will be a link below for it. We open the source. Okay. The extra source. Go and find our file. Yeah, man's head go boom. We say yes. Now, if you had to do a whole bunch of files, what I normally do is I'll go through Twitch and I'll save a shit ton of them. I'll save them in a separate file that says to be converted, and I'll convert that entire folder. All right. We're going to just use this as an example for now. You must make sure you change where it's going to export it out to. Otherwise, life is going to suck. We have a file here. We select on here. There's general web devices. I go device, 1080p 30, and we hit start. This should take pretty quick. If you have bigger files, it's going to take a lot longer. These are pretty small files, so not going to be an issue. Go to finish. Ready to roll. Clear that, close this, and here we have an MP4 and an MP4 file, M4V. We've got to make sure that we use the M4V. That is the one that will be used for. I've created a file already on the base that we've done, so we're going to work with this one for now. So we have our base and we have our copy. We're going to use the copy. Do not use the base. Whatever you do, don't use the base, right? Go into copy. The base is your core file. Every single time we make a new version of these, we will copy and paste and create another one. All right. We'll see here. We've got videos, socials, photos, funny, base, all the stuff that I need to make these videos. And we're going to start with our square. I'm going to take the first photo here, drop it on here. This is way too big. Hit Z, Alt, bring it out. Make sure your line, you can see with the little yellow line here. Go one frame. Now, again, this is for Final Cut. Played it. Delete everything. This is literally one frame out of 30. Okay. So in the actual photo, it's the actual video itself, you're not going to notice. Now we've got a couple of videos over here, but we're going to be working on our special one. Select it. Drop this in here. Now, the timeline is way too zoomed for this. Pop up your volume. Now, the problem we have are these black bars here and black bars here. If we look on the screen like this, it doesn't look too bad. And what I used to do is I used to fill all the little things in here. It doesn't have the same kind of richness that you want. So we need to double it up. I hit Command C. Make sure you line this here, because if you do it in the middle like this, it kind of cuts it weird. It literally just drops in the middle of the timeline. You don't want that. All right. There. Now we're going to line this on top. Please make sure you line it up with the right. If we line on the left, remember we've got that extra frame and you can see there is a slight gap there, right? So just watch out for that. Now the problem is you're gonna have two audios. Jesus Christ, the man. It is very loud. Right, select this audio, top one. Boom, boom, gone. Now we're only taking the audio track from this. Again, we've still got two that are technically on top of yourself. You're probably asking yourself, well, Wayne, what's the point of this? All right, so let's call this the bass and the top version. I know that my bass needs a scale of 180. You'll see here now we got this doubling up. I've lined it up this way, and this is why I'm saying to 180 works for me. I'm not saying to you must use 180 because you got little things like I have these my latest subs, my top subs, all that sort of stuff in here. So the next one we have is this top layer now here. This is the original bass. You can see the zoom differences between the two. I know for this one, I have to go in 200%. Now it looks ridiculous, right? Absolutely ridiculous. Until we adjust this. Okay, so it's pulled this up. We still got there. We go down to trim. So we go over 1394.2, 14, 538. See how everything's kind of like trimming away, right? And then 246. Now we have, this is clean. This is, you can still see a bit of this here. That's fine. So let's play it out. Let's just see how it kind of looks.
Oh, there we go. They're there.
Oh, shit.
Let's see if they get into open. Okay.
Fuck. Sorry.
No.
Okay, so far looking pretty good.
I can do more than that.
Jesus Christ, the man's head just exploded right in front of me. It was a little bit disgusting. I'm not gonna lie. I can see that there's a bit of an editing issue. Should we go say hi? Okay, so we got the, do we say hi? That was the thing. When we were pulling the footage earlier, we wanted the whole head exploding thing. Head just exploded right in front of me. Okay, so we're gonna trim this back. Now, I spoke about that there was some meme stuff that I wanted to put in here. All right, so I've jumped off. I shouldn't have. Not great. I can put in this. So we're gonna cut this. We're gonna cut this. Remember, we've got to keep these together. Put that in there. Okay, pretty cool.
They're there.
Oh, shit.
Let's see if they get into open. Okay.
Fuck. Sorry. This, like right there, just before there. We're gonna throw in another meme. Now, this is the trick. This is the biggest one with us because we're doubling up here. I am sure there's a way to do this. And there actually is. You would group these, but I don't like that because you make them a common clip. Because there's certain things like I'm going to do now. If I had this part in part of it, it will look weird, right? I just want that man's face. Okay. So I'm going to cut that. I'm going to select this, and on Final Cut, you're going to freeze frame. And now we have this freeze frame, which is just this. Okay. 19-20 seconds or something of a freeze frame. Now the problem is you don't want the speaker. It's the only way I can find this on YouTube. Detach audio. We delete that. We go to here. Boom.
It was at this moment that he knew.
All right. So that's pretty cool, right? I think we can make it a little bit nicer, right? I wanted to pan in and kind of stop here and then jump back to this, right? So we go to the front of the clip. That little L that you see over here kind of denotes that it's the start of the clip. We go here. We select a scale. We come over here. We keyframe it. So you hit this little plus. We zoom in as we want, as much as we want, maybe 200. And then for a little more effect, we're going to drop in that.
It was at this moment that he knew. He fucked up.
There we go. And then if you wanted to drop another meaning, I was thinking you throw in the little Muttley laughter. This one here. But it's a lot of memes for one section. We go to the beginning again. Should we go say hi?
Let's see. Hardy. Oh, there we go. They're there.
Oh, shit.
Let's see if they get into open. Okay.
Fuck. Sorry.
No.
It was at this moment that he knew. He fucked up.
I think I found them.
I think you did more than that.
Jesus Christ, the man's head just exploded right in front of me. There we go. That's pretty much it. That's your 40 something second, 30 second and 31 second clip, right? So now we want to get people to come over to the channel, YouTube. I'll drop this in here. You don't want it to cover up any of your awesomeness. You drop it down here. Take a Twitch follows. Like, hey man, you just saw what we're gonna do, right? So let's remind them once again where to come in. This is a little bit small, so I'm gonna bump that up. There we go. Should we go say hi? And that's our video. We have this little thing that pops in.
Hardy. Oh, there we go.
And that is.
I think you did more than that.
Jesus Christ, the man's head just exploded right in front of me. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is how I edit a video for Instagram. It's pretty simple. It's pretty easy. Comments down below on what else you would like to see next. In our next video, we're going to show you how to do a vertical version of this. So be sure to keep a lookout for that. Until then, guys, catch me live on Twitch Mondays, Wednesdays, and Saturdays. All links below. Find me on all socials as well there. And until then, take care now. Bye bye then.